Good evening.
Oh, hello there.
How are you?
You've come dressed as a sort of a...
Beware what you say. Watch your words.
A hipster sort of farmer lumberjack. And I've come dressed as a geography teacher.
Precisely what I am.
Yeah, and I'm a geography teacher.
Yes. Philosophy predator.
Predator. Have you seen the film There Will Be Blood?
Yes.
This is what he wears at the end.
Yes, at the end.
Before he kills the guy.
Okay.
Anyway.
Am I the only
Welcome back to another week. Lorena's here. Hello. Fabio's here. My dad, as usual, getting in there before everybody else.
Hello, everybody.
Eva, ¿qué tal? Hola. Welcome one week more to our November. It's November, isn't it? Yeah. Our November tasting box. What are you doing?
You have so much shot.
You also tilt it up a little bit. There we go.
Okay.
Welcome back. As per usual, another tasting, another wine. But as per usual, we have to go over some ground rules. No running, no swearing. No, you can swear. If you want to win things, listen up.
Yes.
Every week, we ask you guys to do something for us, and if you do that thing at the start of the next
Very easy
month,
homework.
very easy. We've already got 2 people did it before we started.
Yes.
Very sneaky. I think Lorena did one.
Wave-trained audience.
You can win 3 wines if you follow the rules, which is during your tasting, either just the wine and what you're eating, or you and the wine, take a photo, upload it to your Instagram feed or to your story, and connect with us at Madrid Derricot. If we see it, we put your name into a little metaphorical bag or hat. And in the start of the next tasting, we'll...
Socks.
A bag of socks. What? We will take it out of the metaphorical sock bag. And then if we call your name, you will win. Before this, I actually passed in the street the people who won the Carovejas.
Really?
They were going to the pub quiz, and I was like, hey, I know. They're like, Luke? I was like, Laura? I was like, yeah. How's the wine? And they're going to have it.
Becoming a celebrity.
I'm famous.
Once more.
It's my time to shine. They're going to have that wine.
Luke is the host of a TV show we did together.
Was the host.
Was the host.
I was thinner.
And he became very popular among old ladies.
I did a selfie. I'm actually just sorting out my hair, which I have less of now. I did a selfie with a middle-aged couple in Casa Laura, Taverna Casa Laura. It was very weird.
You were 10 kilos less in those days.
I was more than that. And the Carovejas, they said we're saving it for Thanksgiving tomorrow. So there you go.
Oh,
because
wise.
Today is, if you're
Very
watching
wise.
this now, it's Thanksgiving Eve. If you're watching this in the future, it's Thanksgiving Eve. But you can win the following wines if you do the following thing. 1, this is the young wine. This is the old wine. And because we are missing the normal you can't win this one.
It looks like an angle effect.
Oh my god, this is good. This is good workout. Jeez. So you can. This is obviously just promotional material.
Yes.
Do not drink. But you can win normal size bottles of these 3, which are some lovely Toro wines. I think there must be some of the best-selling wines in the shop.
Yeah.
But yeah.
If you could leave Luke Derricot alone in a room with that big bottle, even if it's promotional and says "do not drink it," he would do it.
No apto para consumo o venta. Not apt. I mean, I think they put that on because of me. I was like, oh, Luke, no. Anyway, oh God. So take a photo.
You could try.
I can try. What I find interesting is they haven't told us what it is. I presume water.
Yeah.
But who knows? So yes. And do we want to say any other news before we begin? We've got some new things here.
Yes, we have some new things. We
boy,
have been working very hard these days. And
every day.
Those who order the December box will receive it. And it's thanks to our friend Pablo.
Look at this. We've made a fancy wine map.
Yes, and you're gonna receive it for free in each box from now on, so you can't avoid to wait to that glorious moment of the tasting where I put the map.
What's on the back of the map?
Yes, there's a lot of pictures.
Information about who we are, what we do, how
Yes.
great we are.
You have pictures of Luke here, etc.
I'm in my Hawaiian flamingo shirt doing a taste. So yeah, we now created our map because we realised that even though it's nice to have little things live, it's much more useful for you guys to have it at hand, and you can keep this forever. You can stick it on your bathroom wall. But ojo, as they say in Spain,
Yeah.
soon we'll have the big
Yes.
professional sized one that you can hang on your wall.
Actually, this December,
Mm-hmm.
we have the 50, 70. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a classic wall painting.
Yeah.
Wall poster. With the inspiration came from the one we used to use on our daily tastings, the one we've shown you
That
before.
is actually now a little bit out of date.
Yeah, so ours is bang up to date,
Yes.
and it has our logo on it, so you know it's good. Anything else? I think that's it. I mean, we could mention these new wines, but maybe I don't know.
Well, there is already a December box. We can introduce it now or later.
Let's wait for the next one. Let's save that for Sunday,
Okay.
and because the last
Because
one.
it's going to be we have to do it now because it's going to be on sale on Saturday.
All right. Oh,
My God, Darakat, please.
do you want to start with the Le Bubbles?
Yes, we are going to have some bubbles because it's the Christmas season, and we are going to have the great Gramona, and we are going to explore the brand new Corpinat area. You have
Yes, okay.
one of those there. Also, we are going to have a white wine from Lanzarote.
Oh, that's for the English people, Lanzarote.
This is a Malvasia Volcanica. This is amazing.
But don't worry, it's not a weird wine. It is from the Canary Islands.
Yeah.
It's a normal white wine.
A Chardonnay, okay.
Something
oaky
we've never done.
Chardonnay
We've
from
never done
Navarra.
Chardonnay, and this is we had it the other day. It is bloody good.
It's really good.
We had it with roast chicken in the shop, and it was superb.
Okay.
Let's do this one. Our querido.
A big boozy Garnacha from Calatayud, Ateca.
Azteca, and then a geeky thing. Well, not geeky, but less common.
This is from Mentrida. It's another wine region we are going to explore, and another grape we are going to explore, Petit Verdot, Arrayan.
Petit Verdot.
Petit Verdot.
So if you want to get your hands on that selection, of course, you get the sales price. If you buy them individually, they're more expensive, but when you buy it from us, you get them reduced to 75. You'll have the new tasting sheets because we have those new tasting sheets. You'll get the new map. You'll get a love poem from Roque. You'll get some photos from...
Can I finish? And we have, we try to have a big boy in the
I
tastings.
beg your pardon. I'm here already.
And we have chosen a super good one for the Christmas season. That is...
Oh, I forgot. I was like, we're missing a wine. My favourite one, for God's sake. The big sexy, the big beastie.
Valderiz, it's going to be our big boy of this December box. So
such a good
all these wines for 75 euros can be yours on sale from Saturday in our website.
Normal
or-
retail price, 350 euros.
Yes. No, it's much more expensive if you buy it by yourself separately. But yeah, so
Get it now.
that's going to be December. It's going to be a very busy month.
It's going to be a busy month and a boozy month.
Yes. I love this wine. This one from Lanzarote, actually. It's
I think I did it on a tasting like a year ago, and it was blew everyone's mind.
yeah.
Right. Oh, sorry, I'm taking ages here. Right, let me open. Let's drink, for God's sake. Stop talking. There we go. It's like perfect. There you go. So, Roque Madrid. What are we drinking? Ooh,
Well, we are drinking a wine from one of the best wineries of Rueda. Rueda is
maybe one of the best wineries in the country.
yes. It happens that Rueda is one of those regions, wine regions that have in Spain. In Spain, we say "han muerto de éxito."
It's very poetic. It's a victim of its own success.
Yeah, thank you very much, Luke Darakat. So
I'm good at English, I
it
am.
becomes like the national white wine, especially in cities like Madrid or in the center of in Castilla León, Castilla-La Mancha, and for that reason, we unfortunately have drank a lot of bad wine from Rueda, but there are wineries there doing excellent job. One of those is Belondrade y Lurton. And they make this wine. It's not linked to the Rueda DO.
So yeah, this one is Can you guess them?
Have I finished?
That's
This-
the last line of There Will Be Blood. He goes, I'm finished, when he kills the guy. Carry on.
Oh, there will be blood today here. So Belondrade, the big one,
That's
is
nice.
linked to the Rueda, but this one not. And it's Verdejo is the grape, and we have a lot of work to do.
Right,
We are
gonna-
going to drink really good wine
I'm
today.
going to keep this nice and cold for us because I've got one of these ice packs. 'Cause I don't want it to go warm while we drink. Get your tasting sheets out, everybody.
Yes, we are. Of course, the new glorious Technicolor
Now in glorious Technicolor.
Technicolor tasting sheet is going to be in the next box as well. So, wine Quinta Apolonia. Vintage,
This is the
Which is-
2019 now
grapes, Verdejo,
for Deju.
alcohol content,
13 and a half.
13 and a half,
Got a bit of kick to it.
producer, Belondrade and Lurton.
But remember, these are French people. Belondrade et Lurton.
Oh la la.
Oh, la boulangerie.
Your French accent is very...
Sexy, I know.
I was going to say something else. Region Vino de la Tierra de Castilla y León. So,
Show them what
is
that means. Yeah.
Vinos de la Tierra, we have talked about these kind of regions before, but just a quick note, these are not denominaciones de origen. These are a little bit more flexible in the making, in the rules. So it's a perfect space, perfect framework for winemakers to experiment,
Yeah.
make,
Bit
use
more-
different grapes, use different techniques, and this is a beautiful example of what you can do in the Rueda Classic region with the Verdejo grape, because it has this tricky thing in the making. We will talk about this later.
It's a tricky thing.
Yeah, it's not a plain
It's
wine.
not a vino joven de la mesa. It's
Yeah.
something else. Is that it for that bit? Right. So
Well, let's analyze the wine color.
it's a bit more yellow, a bit
Yeah,
more
it's a-
golden than other ones we've had.
Yeah,
And we know why, but we'll tell you in a
and
bit.
super clear.
I thought
even like a little golden touch.
I thought I saw some effervescence when I poured it out, but maybe I was wrong.
Do you
Yep.
see? A little bit, right?
I thought I did. Maybe I'm
Slightly.
just drunk already.
Yeah. Well, what
Um,
about the aromas?
So
Because I mean, the classic, or the main aroma you can get from Verdejo is these tropical notes.
but that I find is
What is the connection of Valladolid with the tropical fruits?
I mean, when you say exotic fruits, my mind turns to the Castilian plains.
When I say
That's my hula hula dance. I don't know.
in Dolores del Rio and
yeah.
Carmen Miranda,
When I'm there by a dusty plain and a dusty church, I'm just like, give me more mangoes. So, for some, well, not for some reason, it is the grape, but often in cheaper. By the way, while I'm speaking, please do write, if you have this wine, please write what you can smell as well, because we always like to hear from you. A lot of the cheaper, more mass-produced, over-ripened Verdejos, which is this classic, beautiful green grape of Spain, they sometimes tend to have a very unelegant sort of bomb of tropical aromas. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It was just about as elegant as a brick through a window. It's just that is the varietal characteristics. However, when you get the more high-end producers like Belondrade or like Ocean, which we also have, they tend to have slightly less of that pungent tropical. You'll still get a little bit of the tropical aromas, but you might get a little bit more of herbaceousness, or you might get a little bit more of floral as well. It just so happens to be that is the characteristics of the grapes, but cheaper, mass-produced or overproduced, overcultivated styles tend to give you like just a bomb of really almost overpowering tropical fruits, like it's pungent. But so that is the variety. However, if we smell this one, there's a bit of it, but it's more like a bit of fresh cut, like
Yep.
fresh tropical fruits, but not super tropical. It's not
It's not the classic Verdejo aroma.
No. So the better the Verdejo...
It's much more interesting, more complex. Okay.
Now, let's see if anyone else has something. Bit of vanilla, maybe. Okay, there's a possible reason for that. Let's see if anyone else comments, because there is something in the production of this particular wine, Apolonia, Quinta Apolonia. By the way, Apolonia is the name of the eldest daughter of Didier Bellandrade. So it's a family wine. There's a bit of something which is a little bit like sweet spices. A little bit, like toasty...
Yeah, but there's something I don't get.
And pineapple. Oh, I get pineapple. Because 1/3, just a third, 1/3 of the Verdejo in this has had barrel fermentation. This is not a big barrel fermented wine, because the Bellandrade Ilot on top, which we'll talk about as well, that's more like, oh my God, so much going on. This is what they call their Verdejo Joven. It is a young wine, but a little bit of it is fermented in barrels, which gives you that little je ne sais quoi.
Let me. I'm gonna drop something, and you will say you're wrong.
Is it blue cheese again, like today's podcast? You were like, oh, it smells of blue cheese. Not this one. What?
I don't like you.
I know. I don't like myself. What can you get?
It's like a little bit anise.
Maybe, yeah. That's what these kind of little sort of sweety, spicy notes, but not spice like...
It's like a little touch.
Yeah. It smells quite... almost like a dessert.
Yeah.
Like a French creme patisserie.
What do you think? Let's see.
Only...
Vanilla, mango...
Only Mr. Avci... What an amazing name. Batuhan Avci.
Malvasia Volcanica is beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful.
I don't know if Fabio's drinking this right now. What does Fabio think? Who cares what Fabio thinks? I don't. So yeah, it's definitely complex. Sorry.
It's very complex. It's not the classic Verdejo aroma. Of course, I mean, if you order a Verdejo...
It's quite French.
In a bar in Madrid, you would not get this.
Yeah.
You would not get this. Let's move to the tasting.
It's really soft. It's really full.
Oh,
but not...
It's unexpected as well.
It's very soft. Very gentle.
Very friendly.
Yeah, it doesn't have that...
I like it.
Verdejo is not a super acidic grape anyway. It's not a Gordillo or whatever. However, there is still some watering. Some of the cheap Verdejo can be like... This is just... There's a nice expression, or not expression, there's a nice turn of phrase in England, which is it. Well, no, it sounds weird, but it purrs over the tongue.
A little bit of peach? What could be? Peach?
Hey man, if you get peach, you get peach.
No, it doesn't work like this. It doesn't work like this. If I get...
Did you say peas or peach?
If I get a little bit of peach.
Fabio says he can't drink tonight. Why is that? We'll taste it during the weekend. That's strange.
It has a quite long finish.
So we count. It is quite long. You can literally count by seconds. That's quite a long finish, yeah. But it's very gentle. It's not a powerful wine in that sense.
It's a little bit oily as well.
Yeah, there is an untuosity. We have a little personal connection actually with the big brother of this wine.
Yeah.
So we have a little
romantic story.
A romantic story. Well, romantic, debauched. We have what we call our wine club, which is basically some of our friends and us, and every month we meet up and we drink various wines. The very first one we did, like a year and a half ago, by chance, Roque brought this bad boy, which is the big brother. 14% alcohol, barrel fermented. This is 2018 still? Yeah. 2018. And this is the moniker of the winery. This is Bellandrade Ilot. This is just the name of the winery is this. And it won. It wasn't like everyone was, oh my God, this is better than everything else. But it won.
I won. I always won.
You don't always win. You usually buy wines that are 3 times more expensive and go, I won. Yeah.
Well, it's one of my techniques, but normally I am the person who brings the best wine.
I mean, you've won a few times, and also you haven't lost very much.
I haven't lost
because you also
ever.
You don't take any risks.
I don't know what the meaning of to lose is.
Problem is, you don't take any risks, though. You're boring.
Yes.
So, and that wine, that Big Brother, is a very different wine. It's big, muscular, powerful white wine. Genuinely, like, wow. This one was to make the plan was to make a more, you said it, like affable, friendly style of wine. Still very complex, but we're looking at a very different profile of Belondrade wine here. Right, glass. Quite a big one.
I recommend a big one. It's a wine to enjoy, to smell it and to enjoy it. So the bigger, the better. Right? Oh, yeah. Not always.
Not always.
Like that. Temperature.
Well, this doesn't have to be too cold if you don't want it to be, because it's very complex.
Not fridge temperature.
No, so we took ours out a little bit before. That's why I put it here, just to keep it cool. But these kind of wines, you can actually have them, I don't know, chilled, as opposed to like cold.
13,
14, yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be like 8 degrees from the fridge.
On the price is 16 euros, something like that.
I don't know. I think it's 16.50 or something.
16 something.
Around there.
Yeah.
Around there.
And the big boy is around 30.
The big boy.
The big boy is
31 or something. 32.
32.
Yeah.
So that's the Belondrade Ilurton.
Now, what should we do first? Shall I talk about the winery, or should we say hello with a little message? What do you want to do? What order? Shall I show them first?
This is the family.
Oh, they're so cute. They're so shiny and pretty French people. So I love these people. So the young guy on the right, that's Jean Belondrade Lurton. That's so cool. And the jolly chap on the left, that is the legendary Didier Belondrade. And the lady in the middle is the winemaker. She's Marta. She's got a great name. Marta Baquirizo Mesonero Romanos. Now, Didier and Jean, they're the family. They're from, obviously, fun fact, France. I think Jean was born in Bordeaux, so what more do you need to say? Marta is from Madrid.
Yes.
So we have this connection to Madrid and France. And Didier, well, I guess both of them, but Didier started and came over in 1994. In 1996 was the first vintage of Belondrade or Belondrade y Lurton, and Apolonia, this little one, came out in 2002.
Yeah.
But it's family run.
And we have the luck to have a message from Didier.
From Jean.
Jean.
Who's the son?
Didier.
I think it's the son. Yeah. Didier was drunk in a corner somewhere, smoking a pipe and eating a croissant. That's what I imagine.
Hello everyone, this is Jean Belondrade. I'm making this short video for our friends of Madrid and Daracont. I'm here at La Bodega, which is one of the 23 plots of our organic estate, Quinta San Diego, from where are sourced all the grapes we used to make our wines. So we just hope that you guys will enjoy tonight's tasting, and we hope to see you soon. Cheers.
Aww, short but sweet.
Thank you very much. It's a privilege to have all these messages from this such an important winemaker.
Well, so I like this. So they sent me the video to my WhatsApp, right? I was like, oh, cool. He said, like, hey guys, due to timing and the time of the year, we couldn't shoot a really long one. I hope this is nice. It's like, wow, he's literally standing in the vineyards where they make Apolonia. This is nice. That's good. And then I was like, I think I recognize that guy. And then I looked at the WhatsApp name, and he goes, Jean Belondrade. I was like, oh, I got a text from Jean Belondrade. It's cool.
So yeah, it's a privilege. Thank you very much. I think
we got a photo. I think I put up a photo of the bodega there somewhere.
Yeah.
Because it's it's a very distinct winery. Yeah, it's low, modern, not pretty in a classical sense, but kind of one of these more modern, trying to blend into the environment kind of styles. And then they've kind of got these two main halls. I think one's the barrel room, and one is the areas where they have the what's the word? The fermentation tanks. So this is not the pretty one. I've got another barrel photo there as well somewhere. So these are the barrels which are used to ferment or to have the wine in, which is going to be dedicated towards Apolonia, the one we're having now, or Belondrade. Now, we always talk about barrel fermented. I found a lovely photo to show you how disgusting it looks. This is what the wine looks like before it comes to you. Give me a glass of that. So this is when you're fermenting wine, white wine in a barrel. This is the cross section. You've got that, you see all the yeasty sort of scum at the top, and you have that new wine. New wine is that horrid, cloudy muck, which is why we've talked about this before. Sometimes you'll find wines that say vegan wines, because when you have all that crap in the wine, you can see it's cloudy. You can often put in things like egg white or blood or milk or fish oil.
Proteins clarify the wine. They precipitate with the dust, right?
Yeah, all the little bits and bobs and stuff.
And they go to the bottom.
Exactly. So that is what, before we clean our wine, when you ferment it in a barrel, that's what your Apolonia looks like before it's in your glass. I think you would agree cleaning the wine is a good idea. That is currently natural wine.
Yeah. That's why when you order natural wines, you can find that it's a little bit like there's like a turbulence in the wine.
Monsieur?
Of course.
What happened there?
Of course.
Bien sûr, monsieur.
Merci.
It's really bloody good. Oh, something we didn't talk about, but I was going to ask you, and feel free to tell us as well. What would you eat with this?
Well, it's not easy.
This is a trickier one.
You cannot treat it as if it were like a plain, regular, normal, young white wine. So it demands a little bit more. It's creamy and the acidity is not bad. So
that's the thing.
I could go for example, for chicken or not very strong stews. Or even
a Thanksgiving meal.
Well, it could be. It could work.
With a turkey?
It could work with turkey. Yes. It could go actually
But
excellent with pâtés.
Yeah, but the thing is, I would not have this with any. Well, not any, but I wouldn't think. My brain does not say fish.
No
seafood.
fish. No, it's not a white wine for fish.
No.
Yeah.
Which I know to some people it's like,
What?
What the hell are you talking about? Not a white wine for fish. There are white wines.
What kind of wine tasting is this?
These morons don't know their knees from their elbows.
Well, actually, it's a myth to think that all white wines go with fish or all reds go with meat. And this is a good example. This is a white wine that, of course, you will have it with the fish and you will not die.
Well, you might.
Or you die.
If you've got an allergy to shellfish, you might die.
But it's not the first thing that comes to my mind when I think in pairing this one.
I think also salads, because we never really talk about salads, but there's a whole world of vegetarian dishes, a lot of which are very creative salads. And salads can be difficult to pair with.
Yeah.
Because when we think salad, we think like ensalada, like the mixed salad.
We have,
it depends.
We have a
Russian salad.
Like a light gamey meat here in Spain that I don't know if in your country it's that popular. Here it's not popular, but
Light
it's not.
gamey.
I mean, for example, perdiz or codorniz or this kind of faisan, for example.
Pheasant, partridge, or pheasant's very strong flavour, but yeah, pheasant, partridge, quail.
This kind of white meat.
We don't really eat them
normally
that much.
we link it to gamey.
Yeah, they're kind of a strong flavoured white meat. It's more like posh people food. I'm not posh. It's more like posh people food. Like, oh yes, I had dinner with Charles and Tarquin, and we had roasted pheasant. It's that kind of thing. You don't get like, hello mate, can I get some pheasant and chips? That doesn't happen. Although that sounds amazing.
But this wine would go perfect with that.
Lorena, can I use it as a turkey marinade? Any leftover from tonight? Do you want a smack and Laura? Oh, Lorena.
Laura.
That's Lorena. She's a troublemaker.
Lorena, do you want to be banned?
Just hang on. I can press ban. What kind of marinade? Because any wine in general is very good for marinating meats because of I think the acidity and the compounds that are in the wine help break down fats and stuff and tendons like in meat. So often when I'm doing meat for a barbecue, when I travel to my friend's house in France or whatever, at home if I'm feeling flashy, steak and beef, if you get cheap cuts as well, and you marinate it in like a red wine sort of.
Yeah, but
savoury red
I'm
wine.
still trying to think what kind of turkey deserves to be marinated in this wine. What kind of turkey?
Also, Laura, no, just finish the wine. Come on, we know each other. Finish the wine. Eva, I can get some cypress notes? What's cypress?
Cypress?
The tree.
Cypress?
Cipresa?
Cypress? Number very green and lemony?
Is Ava drunk again?
I think so.
Classic Ava. Yeah, cypress. Maybe.
Well,
It's like when I.
what
have,
do you say? If you get it, it's because it's there.
It sounds like it could be a thing. I remember we had that. I always marinate my turkey with wine. Nice. I mean, if you've got the money to burn, Dom Perignon's pretty good. I may end up finishing this one almost there. Good girl. That's what I want to hear. So yes. What else do I want to say? Oh, we need a quick mention about Verdejo, because
Yes.
it's the most, not the most planted, but it's the most mythical. And even though some people don't like it because of the ones in the bars, it is easily the most important white wine grape in Spain. The most planted is Airen,
Yes.
but that's often for
And
distillation.
nobody
instead.
knows.
Nobody knows it. But it is true that the king of, or I should say the queen of the white wine grapes is Verdejo. And it is a beautiful grape. I always say to people when we have tourists in the good old days, RIP, when we have tourists, I would say think of it almost like a baby between, or if Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc had a baby, you get this. It's actually a bit more like, for the Spanish people living here, Macabeo and Sauvignon Blanc had a baby, but it is a very classic Spanish grape. Do not confuse it with the Portuguese Verdelho. It's not the same grape at all, but it is a very Spanish grape. Again, we sort of hinted before, you can get these tropical notes, but it's very famous when done well for herbaceousness, a florality, white flowers, white fruits. That you said peachy stuff, as well as tropical, and that slight herbaceousness makes it very good for blending with Sauvignon Blanc.
Cypress.
Anyway, those lovely cypress notes make it very good for blending with Sauvignon Blanc. So in Rueda, you can find Sauvignon Blanc as 100%, but you often find lovely little blends.
Anise.
You just everything from the Madrid family is the right answer with you.
And
isn't
blue
it?
cheese.
And blue cheese.
Well,
Could go down with a Turkish metzes, yeah. Oh, I'm hungry now.
Well, as you can see, it's the wine is labeled as Vino de la Tierra de Castilla y León. That is one of the micro denominations of designations, because it includes 317 towns.
It's one of the small ones. One of the little independent small ones.
It's as big as the autonomous community of Castilla y León.
Which, fun fact, is the largest bit of Spain.
It's huge. It's not larger Andalusia.
No, it's. I think. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but if I am wrong, shut up. I think it's Castilla-León, Castilla-La Mancha, and then Andalusia.
Well, anyway,
It's big.
what it is a continental
I'll check while you do
climate
that.
with low rainfall and well, having the big brother of this winery linked to Rueda, because if you have a look of the big brother, it's a Rueda wine. And if these grapes are the same, if these wines are made in the same winery, why they are not Rueda wines?
I don't know.
Well, I have a suspicion.
A suspicion. What?
Well, this
What
one.
have you found out? What have they told you? What has Jean Bérandrade told you that he hasn't told me?
This wine is Verdejo 100%,
Correct.
but it's a blend of different vintages. Isn't it amazing?
It can't be. It says 2019.
Or different agents of the same year.
Well, that's because we've got the three. It's what they call an assemblage. But I thought that was permitted in Rueda.
I don't know. Probably that is the reason.
Maybe.
That is the reason. I
Yeah,
don't
because
know.
it was weird. Because I thought it would be the other way around. That the top wine would
Yeah.
be Castilla y León, and then the little.
Yeah, so it comes from two wines. which 2/3. You mentioned that.
Yeah, a third of it is in oak for a few months, 3 months, 4 months,
Yeah.
3 months, which gives you that complexity. But that maybe is why, because they're taking different. It's not different vintages because it's 2019, but it's different. I don't know. Problem is, Rueda is, and we love it sometimes, but it's a famous arsehole of a very strict. We have a friend called JP. He brings us a nice little wine called called Brabantino, and he was like regañado, told off that he couldn't sell his wine one day because the word Rueda was the typography was a bit too big, or too small. That it has to be font size 15, and his was 13. They had to completely redo all the labels. It's a bit strict.
Yeah, exactly. What do you say?
It's about to do something from there.
So, well, this is a blend of 2 verdejos. The first one is made with grapes, and it's slowly fermented.
The first one is made with grapes.
Of verdejo grapes, sorry, fermented in stainless steel tanks, and the second one is aged 3 months on its lees in barrels.
Is the top one 100% as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I remember that tasting, and it was amazing.
That was we started really strong.
It was my reconciliation with verdejo and
Redruejo and
Rueda.
Yeah, I bought a really nice Ribeiro. But that shows you, because I brought a critically acclaimed, I won't say who it is, but a really good Ribeiro white or Godeo, I can't remember. But if you try a very good Verdejo, it's a bit like French wine. Like, it reminds you, hey, there is a reason I'm famous. You try a fancy French wine or a fancy Verdejo, and it's like, oh, okay, now this grape is amazing when it's done well. The problem is, like with Chardonnay, which we'll talk about on another tasting next month, there's a lot of Verdejos, you know.
What are you thinking about this wine? Are you
any opinions?
liking it?
Also, please, any questions? Sorry, I was looking at the Castilla y León is the biggest, then Andalucía, then Castilla-La Mancha.
Okay.
If anyone has any questions, this is the time to write them in the comments. I was just checking out Instagram. No one ever leaves questions on Instagram. It's very annoying. I go to all the effort of doing a beautiful little post. Everyone watches it and sees it, and they ignore it.
Yeah, they don't have questions.
No one has any imagination anymore. But yeah, please ask Belondral family if there are cypress trees in the vineyard surrounding Beach. All right, if there is, you automatically win the Matthews.
Yes.
If not, oh, what's he doing? He's running away. Hang on. What are you bringing? Are you bringing the other two?
If she's right, she will win the massive magnum bottle of Villandre.
I really hope she's wrong. That's an expensive wine.
Yes.
We did not plan this. Okay, let's forget this happened. This is an easy drinking wine. Thank you, Duncan.
It's
really easy. It's really smooth. Smooth as a peach, we say in English. And you tasted peach.
I did.
See, now you've created a problem where every time we try a wine, people are going to try and guess the frickin' trees because they think they'll get free wine. Oh, is there any any encinas? Yeah, there is. Oh, well, you owe me a wine. No, it doesn't work that way. But yeah.
Well, what else? I mean, what other wines can you highlight? Wines from Rueda, can you mention?
Do you want
a part of Ocean.
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 Let me show you. Stay there. I'll pick out some of my personal favorites.
Because Ocean is another amazing, but it's not linked to Rueda. It's linked to Castilla y León, but we know it's done in the Nieva town, which is one of the towns included in the Rueda region.
Well, we already showed the Rodriguez Sanzo one.
Okay.
There's a couple of little interesting fun. I mean, I love them all.
Fun facts.
Okay, this one, and you can explain why this is fun from our friends at Casa Rojo.
This is from our friends of Casa Rojo. Also, not linked to Rueda, but Castilla y León,
Which
is
is
down
new,
there.
which
This
is
is
new.
Verdejo as well. Is fermented and is
the
aged
lees.
in on it lees in oak.
What
I love.
What happens to the Gordon? What happens
Yes.
to him?
What I love of this label, when it's properly
Really
chilled,
cold, yeah.
when it's properly chilled, the nipples of the fat man become blue.
More like kind of brown,
Isn't
browny
it
blue.
amazing?
If you want to see nipples change color live, try that one. Another one which I like is this one. I'm putting this on our. And please sign up, for goodness sake. I'm putting this on our Thanksgiving tasting.
This is another Rueda that we love.
Bottle. This is a barrel fermented Verdejo, but unlike the Belandrad, this is 100% fermented in a barrel. This is up there with the great Chardonnays of Spain. It's toasty, smoky, and it's got a great bottle. So for a gift, it almost looks like a really expensive olive oil. And this is a little cheeky one.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't talk too much about it because this deserves its own thing. We have a podcast about it. But what's this?
Yeah, that's
It's-
another.
It is Rueda. You can see the tiny little stamp there for Rueda. Oh, just at the bottom there. This is a style called Dorado. So the fans of
It's a variety
sherry-
of whites they do. It's oxidized as a sherry wine.
If you like Amontillado, this is the Verdejo answer for that kind of stuff made in Rueda. My dad says your mother thought there were cypress trees in the photo. Aha! Eva. Oh, I bet there's cypress. She saw the photo.
Yeah.
Classic Madrid family sneakiness.
Well,
I'll be right back.
Eva, this is yours. But I have to confess, the Magnum bottle is fake.
Oh!
It has water inside.
I didn't know.
So you want it.
I genuinely thought you were giving away.
Prices for tricky people.
I genuinely thought you were giving away a €70 bottle of wine. I was like, "What are you doing?"
No, this is one. It's part of the decoration of the Christmas
Shop front,
escaparate
shop window,
shop window. Yeah.
This is what we call
And
a
it's
perfect wine.
a present from the distributor, and it's a fake Magnum.
Yeah,
bottle.
thanks, guys. Thanks, Jean Didier. No. This is what we
But-
call a perfect wine for dry January.
Yeah, but we will have the Magnum bottle for sure in the shop.
Well, there's no other questions, and I think on my little list of things to talk about, I'm done. So see you later.
Well, thank you very much for being there.
Did you like my?
Subscribe.
Did you like my funny walk off?
It's not funny, look, don't record. It's 21st century, please.
Subscribe.
Subscribe, please.
Press the little bell.
Yes, we want to see your likes, please. We need them. We deserve.
Do we have any? Where is
Well,
it?
I don't know.
Go to the live streaming.
One like.
3 likes.
Oh my god.
That's really made me sad because at
One
one.
like. That hurts. Please, more.
I can't do it anymore.
And well, thank you very much for being there. Our next meeting is when?
I believe it's Sunday.
It's Sunday. Yes.
The last one.
The last.
A beautiful, big, sexy boy of wine. There we go. From one of our favorite winemakers. Let me see, where am I? Los Arraiz Parcela Cero. A big, not too boozy, but a big, dark blend from Valencia. I love this wine. Also, it's got a crocodile with a little glass of wine in his mouth.
What can we recommend our people to prepare?
Have you heard of meat?
Some nibbles for
No, you don't.
Sunday
no,
tasting.
No nibbles with this. Kill an animal and roast it. This is no. Well, this is a big wine. However, because it's from Valencia, again, we'll talk more about this on Sunday. It gives you this kind of sort of creaminess. It's a softness to it. So this would go well, I think, with actually blue cheese, personally, but cheeses and chorizo. But not spicy chorizo, like the ahumado, the smoky chorizo, I think.
Okay.
I mean, for nibbles, if you're not going to eat meat, this would go really good with stews.
Do not trust Luke Darracott pairing food.
Don't
Pair
trust
everything with chorizo.
Including paella. I've paired. Jamie Oliver did not add chorizo. He paired the paella with chorizo. Well, anyway. One like, one love.
Kevin, one like, one love. Yes, thank you very much.
And Lorena, I enjoyed the wine. Thank you. Thank you.
Brilliant. May I have a little bit more,
Jesus
please?
H. Christmas Christ. Literally Christmas Christ.
Christmas Christ.
Christ Mass.
Well, thank you very much for being there once more.
And happy Thanksgiving to Americans.
And, well, I see you on Sunday.
Ciao.
Ciao.